Welcome to Stuff Lab. I'm Gwen.
And I'm Marty.
Marty?
Yeah?
It's a facts video.
Okay.
Do you want to give a guess on what we're doing?
Animals?
No.
I don't know how to guess now.
Someone's on an animal.
Cars.
Nope.
I have no idea.
Give up?
Yeah, I've been doing animals for so long, I don't know what else to guess.
So this video is going a little bit differently. I usually have the same image deck up for Marty to look at that everyone sees. I opted not to give Marty an image deck so we could focus more on the facts, not the images.
Okay.
So.
Is it because I get squirreled?
Sometimes. It makes editing a little bit difficult.
Okay. Sorry.
That, and I just didn't think you wanted to see it. We're doing the bubonic plague.
Ooh! We just learned about this from the professor.
We did. A couple different categories. I'm just gonna go from top to bottom.
Okay.
First one is, what is it? What do you think causes the bubonic plague?
Oh, it was,
Like the actual thing itself.
Oh,
not,
it was...
Not how it's transmitted.
Yeah, it was, oh my gosh, it was, oh, it had a really funny name. It was like plague. It was like, just like awful. The strain of the plague was something that got into fleas, and the fleas gave it to rats, and the rats gave it to people.
Right, but
I don't remember
thing
what the
that
name of it
infected
is.
the fleas.
I don't remember.
Oh, okay. One of the 3 types of plague caused by Yersinia pestis.
That's it, pestis.
And we're focusing on the bubonic plague.
Okay.
The 3 plagues it can cause, depending on the route that you get infected by.
Mm-hmm.
You can have the bubonic, the septicemic,
Yep.
or the pneumonic.
Yep.
For bubonic plague, it's spread mainly by infected fleas from small animals, exposure to bodily fluids from a dead plague-infected animal. It enters the skin through a flea bite and then travels through the lymphatic system to the lymph nodes where it swells up.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to give any guess to some symptoms?
Which category?
We're only doing bubonic.
So not septis, and not... Okay,
This was
bubonic,
also known as the Black Plague.
Yeah, so the bubonic plague was when you got, like, big pustules on your skin. They were called bulbos. And then, yeah, you're basically just started throwing up blood and dying.
Essentially, in a nutshell, bubonic plague symptoms appear suddenly after a few days of exposure. The best known symptom is 1 or more infected, enlarged, and painful lymph nodes. So that's the bubbling.
Okay.
And I believe it's pronounced buboes?
Buboes, yep.
Yes. They're commonly found in the armpits, neck, groin, and upper femoral. You can also have the chills, a general ill feeling, high fever of 102.2 Fahrenheit, muscle cramps, seizure, heavy breathing, continuous blood vomiting, aching limbs, coughing, extreme fatigue, delirium, coma, black dots across your body. Pain may occur in infected areas before swelling begins.
Oh, God.
As the disease progresses, the lymph nodes can hemorrhage, becoming swollen and necrotic. Gangrene of toes, fingers, lips, tip of nose, and other such extremities, causing extreme pain from the decay and decomposition of the skin while the person is still alive.
Mm-hmm. It's a bad time.
Yeah, those are just the symptoms.
Yeah.
Preventions. Not handling dead animals in common plague areas. Locations and first recorded histories of outbreaks.
Okay.
Named the Plague of Justinian, after infected and surviving emperor, Justinian I. Affected the, Sasanian? I don't know if there's any, like, special pronunciations for these or not. The Sasanian Empire and their arch rivals, the Eastern Roman Empire, or the Byzantine Empire. The disease was spread due to Justinian's efforts to acquire luxury goods via shipping. An estimated 25 million deaths were recorded in the 6th century outbreak, to 50 million people with 2 centuries of reoccurrence. We're on to the second pandemic. In the early 1330s, Mongolia was documented by China as having a huge outbreak. Mongolia cut off the Silk Road trade routes between China and Europe, delaying the spread of the bubonic plague. In 1347, Europe experienced the deadliest disease outbreak in history with the Black Death, claiming 1/3 of the total European population.
Oh, I mean, it was effective.
It was effective. We are on to the third pandemic.
Yeah, they did not have it good back then. Lots of dying.
In mid-19th century, there was an outbreak localized in southwest China before spreading. Beginning January 1894, the bubonic plague killed 80,000 people by June in Canton, China. So in 6 months, 80,000 people gone.
I mean, were they back in the 1800s? Were they as, like, packed as they are nowadays?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Water travel rapidly spread the plague to Hong Kong, killing over 2,400 people in 2 months. Plague infected people in Chinatown and San Francisco, California from 1900 to 1904, then in Oakland and East Bay from 1907 to 1909. In 1924, the last major outbreak occurred in Los Angeles, California. So that's not that long ago.
No. No.
Death tolls. If death occurs, it's within 10 days, typically.
Fast.
Without treatment, the death rate is 30 to 90% of those infected. Samples of lymph node fluids, blood, and lung samples can be used to get confirmation of the disease. They also have a quick dip kit for out on the field to test to see if you have antibodies in your bloodstream for any of these. Vaccines have not been found to be useful in plague prevention, but there are several antibiotics that are effective in treatment. With treatment, the death rate is about 1 to 15%. Without, it's 40 to 60% or more.
That is efficient.
Globally, I put 20,110, so that's the incorrect number. And 2015, there were 3,248 documented cases with 584 deaths.
Like, so it's still happening?
Yes.
Oh.
Used in warfare. 1343. Johnny Begg attacked Kaffa using dead infected bodies. People fleeing the attack on boat brought the sickness with them to Europe.
Jesus.
1940.
I was gonna say.
GoPro died.
I was gonna say that battery bar didn't look very big.
So in 1940, the Imperial Japanese Army Air Service bombed Ningbo with fleas carrying the bubonic plague. During a war crime trial, the accused testified in 1941 that 40 members of the unit airdropped plague-contaminated fleas, which caused an outbreak.
I can just imagine like, loading the planes up. You know, like, oh, here's our boxes of fleas we're gonna pack on these, like... When people want to kill people, they're creative.
Yep. Creative and rude. So now that you have... I don't know if you learned more about the bubonic plague or not. Because I feel like most people already know quite a bit about it.
I did not know about all the last things you were telling me. The I didn't realize it was still happening. Mm-hmm. Like, still, I thought it was kind of one of those closed off things, like smallpox. Like, yeah, it'll happen in like 1 million people. But like, I didn't realize there's still so many people that have the plague.
They get the plague.
Oh.
They're not walking around just having it.
Well, I hope they wouldn't. Like, if I see a guy who's like black spots and dying fingers and stuff, I'm probably running the other way.
Probably.
And I'm not gonna let him throw fleas at me.
That's a good plan. You probably shouldn't let anyone just throw fleas at you.
In general.
Just kind of gross.
Yeah, a little bit.
Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Yeah, no
It
problem.
was nice having you.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have you back again some other day.
Make plagues great again?
No. Nope. Well, thanks for joining us today on Stuff Lab, and we'll see you next time. Bye!
Bye.